Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently, well, I kind of want to attack the HRE. That's not really what we're doing right now, but it's what I want to be doing. So if we were to attack this, obviously we can't struggle clash. This would be amazing if we could, but we obviously can't. We would very much love to do this, but we can see that would actually create quite a lot of border gore. For the time being, we could just seize de jure lands. This is a reasonable amount of territory gain still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 counties. I mean, it's not amazing, but it is doable. Are all of those part of the Empire of the HRE? No, actually. These are part of Italia. Okay, got it. That's fine. But we do want to get the Empire of the HRE under our control eventually, and we also really do want to get Germany under our control. That said, this is going to get us some amount of de jure Lotharingia, right? Why is this not going to get us all of de jure Lotharingia? That's interesting. It feels like we should get all of de jure Lotharingia, which, as we can see here, goes up to here, right? So this is where the borders are here. It should get us this whole area, I would expect, since this is our vassal that holds the title. Maybe because she's a female ruler, we can't push her claim on this? I'm not 100% sure on that. That might be the case, but for now, I'm reasonably content with just seizing all de jure lands. It's also possible that this preview might be inaccurate. That does happen sometimes. So let's just declare this war. And this guy can raise how much? Like 60k? Sure. So I think that we attack down here, siege our way up towards Lotharingia, and hopefully by the time we get there, we're not going to be crossing these mountains in winter. It's February right now. We'll see. So we'll raise our men-at-arms here. We'll raise some levy troops as well. Perfect. Gomez escaped. Which King Gomez is this? Oh, that's us. This is King of Gen. Okay. Sure. That's fine. No problem whatsoever there. Myself in disguise, huh? I don't really care about this play. It's fine. Whatever. We've got 61,000 here, and this is sufficient. I'm going to go to 71,000. Nope. There we go. What a great night for Catholics everywhere. So we do get a learning lifestyle perk unlock, and we get some amount of piety, which is good. We need a lot of piety. No doubt about that. So we already have theologian. What else do we want to do? Scientific is useless for us. We have all of the texts unlocked. And we have for quite a while. So perhaps like anatomical studies. Keeping ourselves alive longer? I mean, dying isn't the worst thing here though, because that would get rid of our piety issue. Our daughter is a very good daughter, apparently, and that's good. We can see that ticking war score is not going to be a thing due to this, I assume, to be a bug. I'm pretty sure that this is a bug. It doesn't really matter though. We'll get our war score either way. Sieging out this direction does mean some backtracking, but it's okay. We do have another learning perk available already, and I think we'll grab Wash Your Hands for right now. Carefree will reduce our stress gain, which would be good. We definitely could use some stress gain reduction. And yeah, they've sieged a location. We have another child, and now everyone knows as well. We are an adulterer. I mean, that's been very well known by us this whole time. We lose a level of devotion for it. We already were down a level of devotion. That did change a fair amount, didn't it? Okay. Well, that is awkward for us, for sure. Losing that level of devotion is painful. There's an independence faction here. This is mostly the King of Nubia, who is unwed. Interesting. We do have this daughter here, who was just born. And he would accept this. Okay, so no problem there. We'll just get that dealt with. Phenomenal. So where are they sieging us at? Up over here? That is a ways away, but that's fine. We're just going to go take over Trent here. Seems okay. We never want to see this guy's face again. Get out of here. We don't want the stress. Sure, show this guy in, mostly for the prestige. Although getting ourselves some additional renown is not a bad thing. That'll be fine. We did just get some regalia seized. Do we have regalia? There's something we don't have. A crown. Okay, well, I mean, I see a crown here, but we don't have one equipped. Sure, that's fine. So we're going to get this siege completed. We're at 43% war score right now. Hybridization. Okay, sure. Seems fine. So we should probably consider taking over Venice at a certain point as well. He's de jure part of the Byzantine Empire, right? Which doesn't exist. Which is obviously an opportunity for us. So that's definitely interesting. Our wife is pregnant. That's a good thing. She's probably not very happy with us for the adulterer secret being made clear. That said, all of these children are ours by Blanca here, and it would be preferable if they weren't. So having more children available as bargaining chips would be good. We could acknowledge them. I think that might cost us... What would that cost us if we were to acknowledge them? Too far away to interact with? Okay, you're wandering. An unrelated child. I mean, that's not true. That's definitely not true, but I don't think that we can actually acknowledge these. Okay, I mean, she was acknowledged, which is fine, but the rest of them have not been, although really anybody should be able to put those particular pieces together. It's not a huge feat of deduction, right? So, that should be fine. That should be absolutely fine. Now, we're not going to get out of the sinner level of devotion for quite a long time, I think. It's happening again. Okay, well, that's definitely problematic. This war's actually over, so we'll enforce those demands. And how much should we actually get here? More than expected. Okay, so that was indeed all of Lotharingia that we ended up getting. I thought that might be the case. That's good to know. So we got all of Lotharingia and all of Italy over here. Now, Frisia is not really something that we can get at this moment. Pomerania, we would like to get under... Like, this is our house, right? We would like to get him under our roof. He has 97 reasons not to. 20 of those are because he's a king. 20 is because he's a claimant. I'm actually a little surprised he's a claimant. But okay. Pomerania is of our house, which is to be expected. We could continue to push down over here. I'm wondering, are we done with this truce yet? No, we are not. Okay. So Frisia is an option to go after. Looking at other kingdom titles here, Bavaria, Bohemia. Not created, but there's this over here. We could potentially get Bavaria, or rather Bohemia, but we need to let the truce break down with the HRE, so that'll take a little bit of time. We could focus in on Scandinavia a little bit here. So we would end up declaring this, and that would be not really a struggle clash. I would really look for a claimant here. That would be the best way to go. Well, here we go. That's absolutely fine. Okay, we would definitely want to... We get prestige no matter what here. Or lose stress. Okay, prestige. Sure. So that seems okay. This guy arrives at our court. He's already Catholic, so we can definitely press the claim here. Easy enough. This will put us under... Actually, we should wait a month tick here then. We're very, very close to having the prestige that we need. 2102, is that what we need? Yeah. Perfect. So now we're not going to take the fame penalty. To be clear, the fame penalty probably doesn't matter that much, but we can certainly declare it like this and not take the fame penalty by just delaying it a few days. This guy's a vassal, so no. Vassal, so no. Vassal, so no. And vassal, so no. Get out of here. So that's all fine. We're going to be attacking Sweden. What direction do we want to come from? I kind of want to attack from the south here. So that would mean raising up our forces here. That seems fine. How many are we going to end up needing? This guy has like 30k? He might have some allies, though. Not that it really matters either way. But Sweden is definitely going to fall here. That's going to get us a lot closer to getting Scandinavia. I don't think we'll quite be able to get the Empire of Scandinavia. We'll probably need to take over one of these two here. Actually... Interesting. Okay. Very interesting setup out over here. But for now, this'll do. Let's get Sweden under our control. We have way more than we need here. So this is fine. We're not going to have any problem with this. It's just a little more expensive, but what do we care about money? Speaking of money, though, we should probably spend our money. Specifically, upgrading this windmill and upgrading this workshop. Now, we can go through the rest of these and get whatever upgrades we can. There'll be a few here and there that we can do, and that would be great to get those going. Yeah, we can absolutely get these underway. And this is mostly just to spend our money, right? We don't need to have all of this money here. So let's just get this spent down really quick before we start prosecuting this war. It'll all be fine. We've still got another 40,000 to spend. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. No doubt about that. A lot of the stuff over here is already close to maxed out. I'm not sure we're going to be able to spend all of this on our own realm. We, of course, would be able to spend it on other people's realms that are underneath ours. That would be fine, but we would prefer to spend it on our realm. We did manage to spend over half of it on our realm, so that seems good. We can just do, like, holding upgrades out over here from here. Yeah, that'll be absolutely fine. So we can get these temple upgrades, castle upgrades, lots of things to upgrade over here. Grandmaster? Disgusting. Okay. We can't upgrade buildings when there's a Grandmaster in charge of it, which makes me very sad. So that's why I don't usually end up doing that. We're just going to upgrade... Oh, hang on a moment. There's a duchy building available here. Okay. Well, let's just get the rest of this money spent. That'll be fine. A level 1 castle? In 1402? Okay. That seems questionable. We can continue to get some upgrades going over here. That all looks good. What else do we have going on? Oh, yeah, there's plenty more upgrades to do here. So that's all looking fine. We've got lots and lots of places to upgrade, right? We can easily spend down all this money, but it will take a little bit of time to get that all done. 4 empty building slots here. Wow. Okay. Well, we want to put a... We already have a trade port here. Let's put a watermill in. No, it's not the county capital. So in that case, I guess we'll go for hill farms. Very awkward. Another level 1 castle? These guys just do not upgrade. Okay. Noted. Well, there's our money spent. That will be fine. Now then, war. Let's go. Now that we've got all that money spent, we'll get it back. I did want to check in on our knight situation here, or specifically the accolade situation. Mayor Fernando, skill 13. Okay, so that guy would be here. Perfect. We appoint him as the successor. We need a successor for the Sword of God. Burka, skill 14. We'll recruit you to court. We don't care about the cost. So that was skill 14. Burka. There we go. Successor, and get in there. There you go. Cool. And we've got one for the Noble Cavalry. Looks good. No problem whatsoever there. We're going to continue to push up towards the Swedish capital here. We see their army up over this way. We might want to split off our forces to go deal with that. Yeah, we can do that. That's actually a safe thing to do here. So we can split off our bombards and around... I mean, we have way more troops than we need. 40k will be sufficient. We'll put in a siege commander here, and we'll head down this direction. These guys, they can head up here, and we can pass directly through here without taking any attrition at all, since we have borders on both of these counties. Actually, all 3 of these counties we'd be passing through. So that's absolutely fine. They did finish up a siege up there. Apparently our son is sickly. This is our actual son. Okay, good to know. As opposed to our illegitimate son. So I guess our legitimate son, they would both be our sons, but legitimate versus illegitimate, right? So that's fine. We're just going to make our way up here and stack wipe their army. And by the time we get that done, I mean, that will end the war. So this all looks good. No problem whatsoever. A scandal in waiting. Okay, so we don't have to acknowledge that one, and I'm not going to. I don't think it's necessary. So that's all fine. We're going to win this battle. That will end the war. And this is absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever here. Actually, that only took us to 90%. We didn't stack wipe it, and they finished this siege. So really, it's going to be a little bit longer. We'll win this battle, and that ends the war. Phenomenal. So we'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. Sweden is now under our control, and we are above our vassal limit. So we can check in here. We could actually transfer this guy over to Jur, and that's absolutely fine. That will solve the vassal limit issue for now. The primary vassal limit issue, of course, is Germany. We can get some duchies going here. That's not the end of the world. And there's these counties over here, but we want to have those counts under us. There's a bunch of this nonsense going on down here, too. I feel like there's definitely some work that can be done over here. So if we need... Yeah, there's definitely some stuff we can do in Africa. Oh, yeah. There's lots of vassal headroom that we have here. No vassal limit issue at all. Still truced with this guy. We're not ready to take on Africa just yet. We could declare war on Epirus for the de jure lands here, which is going to be... I think it's going to be Syracuse, but also Lentini. Is that here? This bishopric? Yes. Okay. So it would just be Syracuse if we were to do that. Alternatively, it's a kingdom tier realm with a female child ruler. We could probably get a claimant here. No probably about it. We could get a claimant here. And we probably should. We'll send a gift to this guy, and we'll invite him to our court. So, he is, of course, a rapacious villain, which, mildly awkward. We're going to need to convert him over to Catholicism, and this is going to be painful on our prestige, although we could certainly grab, say, Carefree here, or Iron Constitution. And that's what we'll do. Sounds good. So now we can declare here, pressing his claim. Hang on, is this multiple kingdom tier titles? That's a lot of kingdom tier titles. And I don't think he has a claim on all of them. Okay, let's take a quick look here. What would that actually net us? Epirus in Bulgaria. Okay. That doesn't solve the entire problem here because of the multiple kingdom titles. So that wouldn't get us this area out over here either. This would be kind of awkward and border gory. So maybe we're not interested in this. It wouldn't be amazing, but it would open up some additional avenues of attack out over here. So maybe it's not a bad idea. It would definitely put us negative in our prestige, and that's okay for right now. I don't mind this fame penalty, so it's okay. Let's raise up our troops here. We're still going to attack Syracuse, and that's going to be the first place that we attack. But we'll do something like this. So Epirus is currently 6,000 troops. Okay, I'm not too concerned about that one. So this is more than sufficient here, and we'll move on in over this direction. What is this ransom? Yes, that's acceptable. No, that's not acceptable. No, and no. Cool. Okay, so in we go to Syracuse, and we'll have this taken over very, very quickly here. There we go. Now we should embark, and we should land at their capital, which is exactly what we're going to do. We do see a dangerous faction here. This is an independence faction. Okay, we'll pay the royal court a visit. What do we got going on here? Piety. We'll take it. What else do we have here? A pet cat? Absolutely. Fantastic. Now then, we do have another bargaining chip. So we could potentially... That's not ideal. Hostaged. Okay. We could potentially find something here, though. We don't need much to get these guys out of this faction. So really, something kind of like this would work. Although, now that I think about it, I wish I had promised a grand wedding there. Although, that's a long ways away from coming of age, right? So maybe that wouldn't have been a useful thing at this point. I'm not sure. Okay, so they're at 65. Noted. That should be fine. We should be able to handle that. So we're going to head up over this way. We're at 26% war score right now. Oh, we take attrition there, but sure. Okay, where's their army at, I wonder? How would they approach trying to fight us? I think they wouldn't. Like, their army is probably out over here dealing with that. I think they'll figure that that's the more important thing here, and that this war is just a loss, even though it's a significant loss for them. No doubt about that. So we're at 60% war score here. We might just want to fight this faction, to be honest, and not try to deal with it, because getting these guys imprisoned would be a very good thing for us, I would think. We could get rid of it easily enough. Like, if we look at this situation, handing this guy out to a king would do the trick. But I'm not sure we care about that. I think we're better off fighting the faction and just dealing with it once and for all. That's likely going to be our best route here. So this war's over, we'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. And that gives us basically what we expected here. So this is now under Georgia. And if we look at this, there's still 3 kingdom titles here. So as a hypothetical, if we were to do like a struggle clash here, that would actually be interesting. We've got some territory up over here that I wasn't necessarily expecting to get. Interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Obviously, we're not going to declare this right now. We are currently above our vassal limit, and handling that would be a good thing. Let's hop over to Germany at this moment, and we can look for a duchy up over here. So that would be something like the Duchy of Westphalen, which we can usurp. That'll get us some prestige as well. And then we can grant... Yeah, we would grant the Duchy of Westphalen. He'd become the Prince Bishop. That's okay. So something along the lines of that would fix the issue, at least for now. And so I think we just let these guys build up. If they're going to fire, we let them fire. Yes, this is acceptable. Sure, show him the king. What does he got? 75 prestige. Sounds good. This is acceptable. This is acceptable. This is not acceptable. This is acceptable. Yeah, our wife becoming our friend sounds like a good idea. So that's fine. This is not acceptable. What else do we have going on here? This is acceptable. Yep. Looks good. Looks good. No on this one. No, absolutely not on a king. And yes. Cool. So we're going to let this independence faction fire. That's 18 months away at this time. That is quite a ways away. So we can theoretically do some additional combat between now and then. And just checking in on the progress of that construction. That looks reasonably fine. Things are definitely going pretty well here. But I want to check over here. 420 here. And only 56. We'll do this. Yeah, we're negative in our prestige right now. I don't care about this fame penalty. That is fine. I want to get this guy eliminated. All we're going to raise here is our men-at-arms, and that war is now over, assuming he doesn't stack wipe our greedy raise, which he should. But it wouldn't actually help him. It would just delay things a little bit. So that's all reasonably fine. We could call in Pomerania. Hilarious. I don't think we want to do that right now. What we do want to do, of course, is continue to work away at Scandinavia up here. A crusade? What is this a crusade for? Transoxania. Interesting. Where is Transoxania? We're going to pledge to this. And we may also donate gold. In exchange for piety? Done. So we'll gain 150 piety here. And that's actually a lot of piety. We're going to do this. We've got the gold to spare. 6,000 piety is a good chunk. That said, it's our level of devotion that's the bigger problem than our piety. We need a lot of work on that. So devotion would be good. Our warriors will be ready to fight. Absolutely. I guess we just have to get rid of it that way. We already pledged it another route. So we can appoint a beneficiary here, and this is probably going to be, like... We can't appoint one of our children. We could appoint our sister, though. Okay, we'll do something like that. Now, where is Transoxania? This up over here. Okay. Mildly awkward, but it's not too bad for us to get to. So we'll see about doing that. We do need a new spy master. That will be this guy. That sounds absolutely fine. And let's just wrap up this engagement here. This launches in 18 months. That's awkward timing. 9 months here. Okay. So we're going to be embroiled in our civil war when this happens. That's noted. We do need to end this war and disband our troops. So that'll be fine, and we're just going to have to handle the Civil War at this point. I mean, like I said, we could deal with this, right? We could make this go away. Do we want to, though? I think the answer to that comes down to no, but that'll be something that future me will have to decide, to be honest. Because it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will see if we want to handle this diplomatically or militarily. But right now, I'm leaning towards militarily. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.